Founder culture can be so much about the grind and just like, oh, you can sleep when you die, and you just have to keep pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. And I actually don't think it has to be that way. I think if you are really harnessing your passion and your energy is flowing from what you really care about, and you've done that inner work, and you are caring for yourself, that is what can actually make it so much easier, and things just start to flow, and you're not having to push. As someone told me, you're not pushing the river.
What are some of the common traits of successful founders in this space?
Well, I think the traits that I see as most important might not be the ones everyone sees, but I think curiosity is crucial. And if you are not curious, you are not innovating, and you are not really looking into the future and thinking about what's possible. What curiosity also allows is it allows you to move from needing to be right to actually getting curious about a situation. And I think curiosity is so important because the most important thing that I think a founder needs to do, in addition to innovating, is creating a culture with the company that they're building, of course, the team that they're putting together, but also the culture of the brand. And you can't build a culture if you're not focused on your own inner development as a founder or a CEO, I believe. And so by deepening your own self-awareness, your own curiosity, your own understanding of what it takes to create a team that trusts one another, that can work together through challenging times and actually energize one another. I think it's really difficult to have a long-standing, sustainable company as a founder. So when I think about some of the companies that have been able to withstand the test of time, like a Nature's Path or a traditional medicinals, their cultures are a big part of why they've been successful. And so when I think about what makes a founder successful, even if they're a solopreneur at first, really focusing on their own inner development, so that as they are building the team and as they are building their company and what they stand for, they can really harness their own purpose and what they stand for, and infuse that into what they're building and the culture that they're creating.
This podcast is brought to you by B Micro, a company I'm deeply passionate about because I founded it in 2018. It's USDA organic freeze-dried microgreens for everyday nutrition and detox. Sprinkle them on any meal or take them as a capsule to enjoy the many healthy benefits. Shop now at bmicro.farm. Use code STEVE15 to save.
I find that the more I take care of myself and grow personally, the more I'm able to take care of my business, and the healthier that my business is, and the more that it grows as well. I've felt that direct correlation of my personal growth to my professional growth.
I love that. And sometimes we don't talk about that enough. Founder culture can be so much about the grind. And just like, oh, you can sleep when you die, and you just have to keep pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. And I actually don't think it has to be that way. I think if you are really harnessing your passion and your energy is flowing from what you really care about, and you've done that inner work, and you are caring for yourself, that is what can actually make it so much easier, and things just start to flow, and you're not having to push. As someone told me, you're not pushing the river. Mm-hmm. It's actually just flowing.
I've also heard it similarly to, are you a motorboat that's pouring lots of gas into the engine? Yeah, you can go anywhere you want, but it takes a lot of resource and energy. Or are you a sailboat, and just you can go around the world as a sailboat if you set it up in a good way. So try to be more that sailboat. Try to catch the winds of your own inspiration and passion, and connecting in with your soul and what your soul is trying to direct you. What does that self-work look like to you? Where does that personal growth come in? Maybe early on in your career, what have been some helpful practices or teachings?
Yes. So maybe 12 years ago, I found the work of the Conscious Leadership Group, and I started working with some conscious leadership coaches here in Boulder. And this work is built around the 15 commitments of conscious leadership. If you have not looked at this book or this work, I highly recommend it because oftentimes you will see most top 10 influential business books. It's often listed the 15 commitments of conscious leadership because it is so impactful. And so I've been part of forums and community groups, and I just have dedicated myself to practicing these commitments. And these commitments can range from committing to take 100% responsibility, which when you're not doing that, you're committed to blaming and sort of, skirting your responsibility. It's committing to feeling your feelings, like really letting your feelings experience them all the way through rather than, just, ignoring them or keeping them held in and they kind of come out in ways that you definitely don't want. It can look like committing to play and joy and taking things a little bit more lightly, not so seriously. Or the opposite side of that is, everything is so serious and everything is a problem. And so when you practice these 15 commitments it covers like almost every aspect of being a human. It gives you these opportunities to just practice and to feel what it can be like to be in so much less drama, have a lot more curiosity, a lot more playfulness, and it just makes being human so much easier.
Big thanks to Mother-in-Law's Kimchi, my absolute favorite kimchi company. I'm not just saying that, I actually buy and eat this kimchi all the time. Quick story, I was recently road tripping. I was eating out a lot and my stomach was not happy. I stopped at my local Whole Foods, grabbed a jar of Mother-in-Law's. I go for the Napa cabbage, ate a few spoonfuls in the parking lot, and my stomach felt much better shortly after. Their kimchi is packed with pre and probiotics, and they're the only brand I know that still ferments their kimchi at ambient temperatures for that deep umami flavor. It tastes great. You can find Mother-in-Law's at Sprouts, Whole Foods, H-E-B, and many more.
Sometimes I'll just eat a bunch. I don't know what the serving size is. That is good. Grab yourself one today.